Hello beautiful people of YouTube, my name is Sckullie, and as always, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about something that's been bumming me out, and hell, I'll try my best not to lose my temper like I did on the Pokemon Bank video I made a while ago. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. So I've been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons lately. In fact, I've been playing Animal Crossing on and off since Wild World on the original Nintendo DS. For those of you who don't know, Animal Crossing is a Sims-like game with Nintendo's own touch. You arrive at a village with no possession, no money, while finding ways to make money to pay off your house loans, and also making friends with the local villagers, which just so happens to be animals. And between all that, you have little activities you can do, like fishing, bug catching, gardening. Pretty much all Animal Crossing games can be boiled down to that. Some games incorporate new features here and there to shake things up. In the case of New Horizons, the game offers a terraforming feature, which allows a player to modify the terrain of their village to suit their liking. And as neat as these games are, it goes without saying that these games are lacking in one way or another. In the case of New Horizons, after you complete the small storyline, and I emphasize small storyline, you kind of run out of things to do. Of course, you can go back to fishing, bug catching, and gardening, but for people who aren't completionists, these activities aren't fun. And sure, you can go back to redoing your house or your town, but at the same time, the amount of enjoyment one might receive from these activities are limited in their own right. Which brings me to the main topic of this video, Animal Crossing's multiplayer problem. Yes, along with everything listed above, Animal Crossing also offers multiplayer functionality. Don't get me wrong, multiplayer is a much enjoyed and much needed feature, but that's pretty much all it is at this date and time. In fact, you're actually more limited on the things you can do in multiplayer over solo play. You could play Animal Crossing and never engage in multiplayer and not miss out on anything. That's a fact. You see, the thing about multiplayer, besides its stupid loading screen that stops you from playing every time someone tries to join your town, that really bums me out, is the fact that there's absolutely nothing to do with other players in your town. If you're not trading items or dealing in turnips, which is basically the in-game stock market, well then you at least have fishing, bug catching, and gardening. Yeah, you see, there are things to do in-game, but there's nothing that encourages multiplayer play, which just makes multiplayer seem like as if it was something that was tacked on at the end, which is really unfortunate because we've had games like Animal Crossing New Leaf, which featured Tortimere Island, which allowed groups of players to engage on online competitions. Again, however, Tortimere Island was limited in its own right. This problem, I feel, has something to do with Nintendo. In my opinion, Nintendo has been getting really lazy with their game development. Really lazy and really stingy. They've been very anti-consumer for a long time now, and the majority won't speak up about it because it's Nintendo and they can never do anything wrong. On top of that, you always have mass hordes of people that buy whatever Nintendo pushes out despite what critics might say about it. For example, Pokemon Sword and Shield. It was one of the highest-selling Nintendo Switch games, despite the fact that it was missing a ton of basic features. Despite the fact that the game was missing over half of its original Pokemon, and Game Freak openly lied to the reason why this was. Despite the fact that Game Freak also monetized all of Pokemon Sword and Shield's missing features, despite all this, people still bought it. And Nintendo knows this, which is why they're still doing what they're doing. God knows that if Sony or Microsoft tried this shit, people would be climbing the walls of their corporate headquarters and shitting on their windows. So why does Nintendo get this special treatment? Oh god, I'm not saying go shit on their windows, please don't do that, but you see the point that I'm trying to make. Imagine if you could play Animal Crossing online and not be interrupted every time someone wanted to join your village. Imagine online activities like underground mining, where you mine for fossils and resources, or you work together with another player to try to find valuable loot. Hell, we know that there's aliens in Animal Crossing. How about like an in-game event where you have to defend your village from aliens with slingshots, and at the end you get like really cool rewards like a space gun or a space suit that glows. These are just some random ideas, but these ideas are currently better than the current multiplayer situation that we have on Animal Crossing. At the end of the day, I don't hate Nintendo, Pokemon, or Animal Crossing. I just know that Nintendo has a lot more potential than this. And seeing these games how they currently are is pretty upsetting, and could lend to customers feeling like they were ripped off, and rightfully so. I'm still excited for the future Animal Crossing. We just got the Wave 2 summer update, and you bet your butt cheeks that I'm still going to be online during this week's Firework Festival. But just remember, just because you really like something doesn't exclude it from being critiqued. Just because something you really like is being critiqued doesn't mean the other person is wrong for doing so. Two people can have the same interests and express it in different ways. The purpose of critiquing something is to improve the subject at hand, and if you don't understand that, then you're probably a child. And as for Nintendo, be careful. One day, in your overconfidence, you'll release something that the majority don't like. And consumers are very fickle. If you don't believe me, then ask EA. Woo! Finally, I got this topic off my chest. I'm gonna finish making this video and go ahead and play some Animal Crossing because I got some stuff I gotta do. I got my Kenshi video I'm gonna be working on later tonight. I know there's a lot of you waiting for it. It should be out within a day or two. I just really want to have some variation with the videos that I release, so please understand. And with all that said, that is going to be the end of this video, folks. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys know what to do. Drop me a like, I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you're new to my channel, then what the hell are you doing, bro? Subscribe to my channel, come on. Help me out. I'd really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. I'll see you sexy people later. My name is Sckullie, and I'm signing off. Goodbye.